remember me now, boy? You'll be coming with me, boy.
Oh, Sansa fainted. He's calling her boy.
Boy, is that what you're trying to say? Do you want to live, boy? North, boy.
He's doing it to protect her. He knows he's not a boy. He knows who she is, but he's drumming it into her ear that you're now a boy, cutting off her hair so they don't find her.
He told me to come with him, so I did. Just like Hodor.
I'm not afraid of some hole in the ground.
That's my grandfather, Lord Rickard. But Rhaegar Targaryen kidnapped her.
You see? He's not here. That beast is supposed to be chained in the kennels.
He doesn't like change. What are you doing down here? Come back up with us. No, I came to see Father. How many times have I told you he's in King's Landing with Sansa and Arya? When I was sleeping.
It's all he naturally should be in your thoughts and dreams. But that doesn't mean that...
He's dead.
Bran.
He brought the message already to him.
Robb! Robb! You've ruined your sword.
I'll kill them all.
They have your sisters. And then we will kill them all.
Boar's great tusks, they boded ill. I'll have your ugly head. King Robert lost his battle and he failed his final test. The lion ripped his balls off and the boar did all the rest.
Isn't it a funny song?
Your fingers or your tongue?
Your Grace?
Fingers or your tongue? If you got to keep one, which would it be?
Every man needs hands, Your Grace.
Good. Better than you to carry out the sentence.
I beg you, please, again.
I'm done for the day.
Thank you, my lord.
Your Grace. And as soon as you've had your blood, I'll put a son in you.
No, please, no!
This one's your father.
You promised to be merciful.
I was.
Let me go home. I won't do any treason, I swear.
Mother says, look at him! Well, that's your scepter, there. After I raise my armies and kill your traitor brother, I'm going to give you his head as well.
Or maybe he'll give me yours.
My mother tells me a king should never strike his lady.
Arya would have done so.
Yeah, go.
I'll look for you in court.
You'll be needing that again.
Meaning he'll keep beating me. And then you prevented me from pushing him off this place. Arya would have stabbed you with the pointy end. Idiots.
The proper course is clear. You cannot mean to hold to Joffrey, my lord.
The Bran can't be Lord of Winterfell before me.
Here is what I say to these two kings. Why should they rule over me and mine from some flowery seat in the south? What do they know of the war or the Wolfswood? It was the dragons we bowed to, and now the dragons are dead. There sits the only king I mean to bend my knee to. The king in the north!
I'll have peace on those terms. The king in the north.
Am I your brother? Now and always.
Now and always.
So proud. Look at what happened. Look, it took your daddy dying. Oh.
Till my last day.
The king in the north!
Oh, goodness.
Lady Stark.
I want to see him.
Ugh. Goodness gracious. This is so sad. It's so sad and so made me so happy. Everything. I don't know. I feel sad. I feel the guy that beat off his 2 fingers is the one who is shouting, who knelt.
Leave us.
Your bed must be lonely. Is that why you came? Slip out of that gown and we'll see if I'm up to it. Do you like a violent woman?
I will kill you tonight.
Hit me again, over the ear. The dark is coming for all of us. Why cry about it? Where were the trees when his head was getting chopped off?
Because of men like you. How did he come to fall from that tower?
I pushed him out the window. I hoped the fall would kill him.
Why?
It's going to be a long war.
We captured Robb Stark yet?
Isn't this the wine person? Isn't this the wine? Isn't this the wine guy? I thought they said he's her cousin. Are they just sleeping with each other in their family? What is... Has she slept with
Boy
her
appears
dad?
to be less green than we'd hoped.
What is going
I've heard
on?
his wolf killed a dozen men and as many horses.
Is it true about Stannis and Renly?
Both Baratheon brothers have taken up against us. Jaime captured, his armies scattered. It's a catastrophe.
Joffrey saw to that when he decided to remove Ned Stark's head.
I'm told we still have his sisters.
The first order of business is ransoming Sir Jaime.
No truces. We can't afford to look weak. We should march on them at once.
First, we must return to Casterly Rock to raise
They
more.
have my son!
Not you. If he were alive, we could have used him to broker a peace with Winterfell. Madness and stupidity.
Unless we want to be surrounded by 3 armies, it appears we can't stay here.
The rest of us will regroup at Harrenhal. You will serve as Hand of the King in my stead.
Why not my uncle? Why not anyone? Why me?
You will not take that whore to court.
How did he already know about this whore that he had? That's the Shay girl, the one that he just met now. Is his father's eye on every concubine he gets?
Sir Jorah.
I forgot about you, Daenerys. Daenerys, a lot has happened, please.
My son.
Am I going to get bad?
Where is he? I want him. How did my son die?
They say the child was...
Monstrous. He was scaled like a lizard. Blind.
Why?
With leather wings like the wings of a bat. When I touched him, the skin
Why?
fell from his bones. Inside, I warned you that only death can pay for life.
Show me what I bought.
Time enough for that later.
I want to see him now. The Khalasar is gone.
I'm sorry, my princess.
Sheikh Mishrakiani.
For life.
This is not life. When will he be as he was?
This woman tricked us, or what? Sorry, what's happening? What's happening? Why is she answering me like this? What does she mean when he goes, that's a never situation. So what?
I don't want you alone with a sorceress.
Exactly. She's taking everything and giving you nothing. You kept giving her first. You gave her cow. Now you gave her your baby. What else does she want?
You knew what I was
What
buying,
is going on?
and you knew the price.
It was wrong of them to burn my temple. It angered the great shepherd.
This is not God's work. My child was innocent.
Innocent would have been the stallion who mounts the world.
I saved you.
Saved me. 3 of those riders had already raped me before you saved me, girl. There where I had healed men and women, beyond counting. The head of a young boy that I'd cured of fever just 3 moons past. So, tell me again exactly what it was that you saved. Then you will see exactly what life is worth.
They'll send out ravens. People will come after you.
And put a sword through King Joffrey's throat.
No!
Hand of the King.
No, he said I couldn't take you with me to King's Landing.
He said, don't bring Shay with you to King's Landing. Are you afraid that I'm dancing around the court with my tits out?
He has all 7 kingdoms in his pockets. Everyone, everywhere, always has to do exactly what my father says. He's always been a cunt. I believe the ladies of the court could learn a great deal from a girl. Because the king needs a hand, and the hand...
pause? Can we pause? Can we just pause? I'm just irritated by everybody at this point. All the characters are just annoying me. And it's not their fault. It's just, I'm still hurt by Ned's death, and everyone I'm still at Ned's death. I haven't really stepped into this. The thing is, as angry and as upset I am about those who, what's my pausing time, please? Yeah, thank you, Adam. As upset as I am about, I can't help but, if I'm being sincere and I'm judging myself harshly, I can't help but see how he fell into a trap. And how sometimes, I'm trying not to cry, how sometimes I have been a Ned myself with friendships, girlfriends that I've had. So much so that my mother could take a look at a girl and just tell me, listen, Kemi, this girl is not your friend. And it'll take me a long time before I realize them doing something. And you know how sometimes, because in your heart you cannot steal. And because you know the kind of person that you are, you assume that the people around you will not rob you blind. And it doesn't work out that way. It doesn't work out that way sometimes. Most times in life. The integrity you have, it's in your bosom, it's yourself. It's yourself. You can only be sure of yourself and your own intentions. Ned ascribed integrity and honor to the people that were around him because that was who he was. And that was what killed him first. It's very important that we learn, call a spade a spade. You know, a leopard will never change its spots, whatever it is, but it's so important that even as adults in our lives, that we learn to see people for who they are. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means you have to just tell yourself the truth about a person's character. Several people, the Dothraki people, have their own experiences, and probably it's that experience that have made them as vicious as they are. They don't accept their enemies. Once they've pillaged the village, they don't accept, they're raping women, killing their men, selling the rest to slavery. Now, Daenerys walks in there because she knows what it feels like to run away, to flee for your life and be dependent on the compassion of strangers. She thought that by helping a slave that was at death's door, she thought that by doing that in turn, that slave would show her gratitude and compassion. And because we have seen, we've seen how the Starks treated Theon, who is his ward, but the Starks won the battle with the water. They said, what is his name? What is the Greyjoy? Is it Greyjoy? They said that his people are the Iron Fleet. What did he call his people? But whatever he said, they won the battle, and they treated Theon with respect, with courtesy, with kindness, more like I thought he was their brother, cousin, to realize that this is their slave in a way, right? We get to see how this people and this culture, how the Starks have treated people. And the Starks are more like us, we assume that everybody, that's the same thing with Daenerys. She hoped that this woman would, and from the moment, even before, I would never have thought this woman's viciousness would have gone to this extent of killing horse, master, child. I didn't think that that was where she was going, but common sense would tell anyone that we just destroyed your village. We just took over your people, your cities, your, everything. I won't let you touch my child. Even in my culture in Nigeria, when you have even a servant that you're paying to come to work and clean your house, you don't let her near your kitchen. You don't let her feed your children because you don't know if she resents you. You're paying her a salary, but you don't know if they resent you. It's in the workplace, the work environment. How many times have you been able to step into the vice president's office and you have access to his computers? He will not let you have access because he doesn't know if you're trying to take over, push him out and be the next vice president. It's just common sense. It's just reasoning. Even though you're an employee of the company, you don't get there. There's something we have access codes. So if you're the first stage level, you don't have the manager's access code. You don't have the director's access code. There are levels to these things. So how do you go pick somebody who just finished killing their people and pillaging, and then you give them access to the king? You have to test the wine, especially after you were just poisoned. Like, this is the thing that my mind sees. And I analyze information a lot. So when I see this thing, I know it just makes me want to pounce on somebody that is doing this because I love a challenge. I love it when I'm watching something and it's well thought out sometimes. Like, how does that happen? They just poisoned you. You, Daenerys, you were just almost poisoned. So your antennas should be the first person you would ask as of now how to cure Drogo should be Mormon Jorah. Immediately, if he tells you, let us cross, there is a doctor I know somewhere in the Red Sea, you take your husband, you take 2 servants, and you're on the next place out. That is just a simple. So when I now see, I can't blame the slave woman for doing what she did. Did you hear what she said? That at what point did you save me, madam? You saved me when they had busted me wide open. You saved me when they were still considering whether it's the front or the back that they wanted. Can you see how old I am? I am a healer. So someone that is a healer maybe believes in purity, cleansing herself. She said, I just healed a boy of chicken pox. She didn't say chicken pox, so I don't remember what she said. And I saw him beheaded. Another, the baker that bakes my bread. You people, so you're coming to save me from what? And she has already lost everything at this point. Her temple has been burned. You've desecrated. She's a priestess. So someone who said, them, when they said they are gods, they will give everything and arm to make sure the temple is in the best shape and form. And that was the woman. That was the woman that you gave access to your husband, the cow, who ordered the killing of her people. You gave him access. So this irritation that I'm feeling is just it's just too much. The idiocy is getting too much for me. And I am vexed because I'm now worried about the characters, because if they're all roaming stupid, if they're all roaming mad, who is next? Anybody can get death because nobody is really holding their life with the level of wisdom and trepidation that this movie desires, this Game of Thrones desires. You gave that woman access to your son, to your husband. You gave her access Okay, it wasn't her fault that you fell on your belly. Look at the way she described the thing coming out. God knows if she's been giving you medicine and you were drinking it and it affected the uterus and brought out a lizard baby for you. I don't understand, because I don't understand what she was describing. I said, how did the baby's flesh begin to fall apart? Did she say the baby had wings? What was happening here? Were you drinking some poison? Or when you stepped into when Jorah Moment carried her into the place where she had done the black magic, the evil spirits latched on to her belly, to the baby? I don't know what it is. I just don't know what it, and I feel so hurt, so pained. I feel sorry for Khal Drogo. I feel sorry for even the priestess herself, because she's entitled to her vengeance. Yes, Khaleesi, you showed her compassion, but compassion as what? They were on their own in their village, and when you decided that you and your lover, because you want to go and you want him to sit on the Iron Throne, because they were trying to build an army for you, and that's where they were getting, it's a lot for me right now. It's just, and it's painful. Then you look at Sansa, who had one small opportunity to push this Joffrey down, and then the dog comes with his own and gives her a napkin, tells her to keep it because there will be more slaps coming her way and beating. You know what I mean? So now, are you telling me this as consolation? Why did you allow me to push this fool off here? Something. Then you go back to this guy, and who I love, Tyrion, our half man, who I love, whose character is just, but now I'm seeing him make another foolish move. We don't know where this girl came from. You just told us a story of Tisha, your first love, who was a whore. Your father has already found out about Tisha, even the connection, the names. Your father has already found out. Does it not occur to you to think, I know Bronn said that he picked her up from another soldier, but doesn't it occur to Tyrion to be like, are you sure my father didn't send you to Bronn? Make sure, exactly. James said Game of Thrones or Fools. Am I the only one saying this? Make sure, why isn't his brain, someone who has had such a traumatic experience with a woman of the night? I don't want to use the word whore because I don't really like it. A woman of the night. Why aren't the flags going out like another woman of the night? My father has already identified. I would ask her, how did my father know that you were in here? How did my father know that we had anything? Bronn, did you go to tell my father? You find out certain things. And now your father said, don't bring her. Don't bring her. And you are now saying you will follow me. I will follow. Another woman of the night. Make it make sense for me. You don't have to wait till your father has already done a terrible evil with you with regards that. As of today, you should swear off women of the night because you don't know who is doing anything for silver. Look at how quickly you told her more gold than you will ever have, and the next thing, her clothes just dropped to the ground. Abracadabra. Shouldn't that already tell you that maybe this girl? And then when you were also playing the game, she didn't want to play the truth or dare. First question I would have asked you, did my father send you? Like he sent my first wife that I married. She said, I don't want to play the game. All the things you were guessing of her, she failed. You said that her father was something. She might be a hired assassin. She might be anything. I don't understand. Are we not all seeing the same thing? Or am I the only one? Because did you feel this way when you were watching this film? Am I the only one? Okay. Maybe I'm the only one. Sorry. But I'm so hurt in my heart. I'm so hurt. I didn't expect. You know, when I feared that Ned was going to die, but that fear went away once I saw they had captured Jaime. You know, it really went away. I hoped with all my heart that, I was like, oh my God, finally something, you know, something to something. And now that they've taken him, and then to see people swearing allegiance to his son, it just made me feel so sad that his father was not able to see that. He had to see his son really rise up to be the king. It really, the original Robb, not Robb Baratheon, Robb Stark. Like, it really just touched my heart. And I'm getting emotional, so I'll stop talking. And honestly, I really like what Theon is doing. I really appreciate him because, you know, he's really always been there for you know, maybe not the best advice and all that, but he's really doing, I will fight for you, I will do this for you, and I really hope he lives up to that. You know what I mean? Although, like I said, I don't trust anyone who you've defeated in war and you've taken captive. But so far, he has really been, he shot the arrow that when they kidnapped Bran, he's shot the beds down. He supported Robb in all the fighting from the time they started the war. I don't know. I just don't want to be sad.
Come on.
Like Samuel Tally, he went after him.
I belong with my brother.
But we're your brothers now.
They'll kill you if they find out you...
We're sorry about your father.
But it doesn't matter. To hell with all of you.
Night gathers. The shield that guards the realms of men.
And all nights to come.
ريوفا أتياس أنا زيغرات لجون لجات أجين أفني اللولا Rise in the west. Then you shall return to me, my sun and stars.
It's so sad. Like, I don't even know. What are you doing?
I can tell you all there is to know about kings. For the past 67 years, but I know how to serve them. Aerys Targaryen. All the thousand maladies the gods visit on us. Madness is the worst. But to watch him melt away before my eyes. Robert Baratheon, entirely, he can often be blind to the enemies at his side. Strong military mind. On the horizon for our new king?
You said the thing you need to understand about kings. No need.
Yes. Till the next time.
To do first. What? What in the world? He's pretending.
When you imagine yourself up there, how do you look? A man with great ambition and no morals. I wouldn't bet against. I must be one of the few men in this city who doesn't want to be king.
You must be one of the few men in this city who isn't a man.
You can do better than that.
When they castrated you, did they take the pillow with the stones? I picture a gash. Must be strange for you. Even after all these years, feared by all.
Am I? That is good to know. Do you lie awake at night fearing my gash?
Whispering in one king's ear and then the next.
I admire you.
And I admire you, Lord Baelish, in mutual admiration and respect.
My king.
My king.
You're Harry now, hear me? Harry the orphan boy. Men and boys all bound for the wall. Half of them would turn you over to the king quick as spit for a pardon. And the other half would do the same, except they'd rape you first. So keep to yourself, and when you piss, do it in the woods alone. Or I'll lock you in the back of the wagon with these three.
He's got a sword, this one.
What's a gutter rat like you doing with a sword? I could use me a sword like...
You better give up by the sword. I've seen him kick a boy to death.
I kicked him all to pieces.
I already killed one fat boy. I'm good at killing fat boys. I like killing fat boys.
When I hit that steel, it sings. This is Castleforge steel. Pickpockets, highwaymen, murderers. Here I am.
Come on, you sorry sons of whores!
Expected to start his day with ham. We beheaded everyone that ran away for the night. I didn't say it was your honor. Reporting whole villages abandoned. Tribes are uniting in some secret stronghold to what ends? Do you think your brother's war, do you think it matters who sits on the Iron Throne? Because I want you and your wolf with us when we ride out beyond the wall tomorrow.
Beyond the wall?
I mean to find out what's happening.
Really?
And we will find Benjen Stark, Lord Snow.
Oh wow, like that. In the hands of...
Dragon eggs in the Nightlands. Sell them.
They were not given to me to sell.
I vow to serve you, obey you. I know what you intend. Do not.
You don't understand.
Don't ask me to stand aside as you climb on that pyre. I won't watch you burn.
Is that what you fear?
Are you sure this Jorah is not in love with her? Because the thing is taking it, it's showing I love you. It's showing I love you so much. It's not showing service.
See the faces of slaves. It will be as brothers.
You're going.
You swore to obey me. I am Daenerys Stormborn, that those who would harm you will die screaming.
What's that in your hand? So they were not stone after all. You know, Jorah said that they had turned to stone. So all they needed was to be cooked for dragons. So now she has dragons. Baby dragons, but dragons nonetheless. So she has dragons now. It changes a lot of things. It changes a lot of things. Dragons have wings. They can fly. They can fly. How did she know that how did she know? She must have just felt it. How did she know that if she put them in the fire and the woman was burning, the fire burnt all her clothes off but didn't burn her? All that time she was able to hold hot things, step into hot water, all those things. It was preparing her for fire, for big fire. Hey, wow. So now she's the one now. She's going to come back for the Iron Throne that they threw her father off. Do you understand? She's going to come back for it. Now she even has the resources, although the dragons are still kulu like this. But when they grow, they will have to grow now. And she will go and claim that throne and kill Joffrey. I don't mind. I don't mind if that's her plan. Is how long it will take it to grow now. Let the thing just, they should start feeding it fast. And then she should just go quickly and maybe join forces with Robb and marry Robb and then just become the rulers. And that's the end of everything. And kill all these people. And anyway, she's already killed the woman who killed Drogo. And that woman, to be honest, let's be fair on her. She was avenging her people and her temple. Or not marry Drogo, let her marry that Jorah moment. He's in love with her, clearly, because he has not carried out the execution. Clearly, he's disobeying Robb Baratheon's order to kill Daenerys because he hasn't killed her till now. He's in love with her. I can see it. I know when a man loves a woman, he's in love with her. She should love him back and let them stay together, if that's the case. Although he has no power and riches to really give her, so I don't know how. True, there are 7 seasons in this thing. So what else were they doing in the 7 seasons? It's like we should just start season 2 and I'm ready for season 2. I just want to know what did they do for 7 seasons? What else? Yes, I think we should start it. We should start. Let me give myself a break too, because I'm still re-uploading. I need to re-upload The Lord of the Rings and some of the other series that I've watched. So I think I'll be ready give me another 3 weeks, end of March or so. Then we can go into season 2. You know? Because I don't know what else they have to I wasn't expecting dragons. I just thought she wanted to punish the woman, burn her up, and show everybody. I don't know what I didn't know what I want. I didn't know what to. It didn't. I'm surprised, but I'm happily surprised. You know, I'm happily surprised. But funny enough, I want Robb to take the throne. Robb is my own king because of the line from which he came. He didn't seek it. He wasn't fighting for it. He was just fighting to get his father back. And that's just why I think he will make the best king, because he is not selfish. He's not doing, I want to be king. You know that? He doesn't have that. Like Daenerys, she was like, I want to take my turn. This person, everybody, tron. But Robb doesn't have that essence. So that's why I feel that he should be king. And I hope he becomes king in the battle of the Game of Thrones. Yeah. Robb, whoever was doing Robb's hair, I don't know if I love him or I love his hair, but in equal amounts, you know. So far, he seems to pick good counsel. You know what I mean? Like, look at how he devised for that spy, Lannister spy, to go back and tell them that there were 2,000 men. And how he distracted them. I never knew he had it in his plan to kidnap Jaime. What a very smart move. That they needed something to... That was a fantastic management of his... will I say battle tactic? That was really good. Okay, guys, you know, I always love to leave the space open if you have any questions for me in the comments. So if there are any questions before we call it a day, I'm sorry that my spirit is a little, you know, I really was not expecting. I just had so much hope. You know, I kept saying, I hope he doesn't die. I hope he doesn't die. And I was really hoping, but at least not just now, not in the first, like season 1, and the way he died, it just brought my spirit down, you guys. Like, yeah, I want to watch season 2 as well. I have to upload season 1. I like how we do it now. Like when I'm done with the whole season before I put it out on. I like doing this lives with you guys. I really enjoyed. Thank you so much for your time. And I hope I didn't bring you guys down. I know that I can be quite emotional when it comes to characters. I don't know. I also wish that there are so many people to blame for Ned's death, and yet I think that's the difficulty with the Game of Thrones. Like, you can see who's the guilty party there, but you can't really judge them for who they are. Like, if Lysa had gone to help her brother-in-law, maybe he would have been freed. Do you understand? If Littlefinger too, like, it was just too much. His enemies were too much. His enemies were too much. And Cersei, there is a way I see her now in how she tried to restrain her son, because I can't pull it out of my mind that I saw her. She was under her breath. She sort of tilted. I was like, no, don't do that. You know what I mean? So it made me feel, okay, at least she tried to warm, but you cannot flame the fire and say, oh, now it's burning down the whole house. You want to now pour water on it. You were the one fanning the flame of the nonsense. So I'm on the fence with how I feel about this scenario. And now they've just kidnapped your brother, Jamie. You already have your cousin, woman, your brother. That's Cersei. In fact, back to sender. I don't like her again. No, I don't. She's terrible. Sorry. I was trying to make her seem like a human being, but now, no, the demon is strong in her. I'm sorry. It's like, do you even love Jamie at all? Already you've carried your leg, for another family member. Like, what in the name of in all that is DNA and ancestral? Like, please, girl. She lacks control. Her son gets it from her. Like, seriously. Will you be watching the history and the lore for the show in between the season and next season? The thing is that when people say these things and afterwards, like with Harry Potter, people say, go and watch something. I don't want a spoiler. Like, if the thumbnail editor, if he was here, Blake, he would tell you how, Blake did. I can quickly latch on to things. For 2 seasons ago, I was already fearing that Ned was going to die. And I remember sending him an email like, this looks like he's going to die. What is going on? You know what I mean? So if I'm going to watch anything outside the show, you have to really be careful that it's not something that I'll catch on and find out that the person is the storyline. So that's just my worry. The highlights would have been, Robb saving his dad, but it didn't happen. So I guess it would just the dragon part, really, like almost every other scene. First scene, what happened with Jamie and Cersei left me speechless. Then the dragons left me speechless. Then I don't know. I've had a lot of speechless moments with this something. And the beheading left me speechless. It's like, when you say highlight, there hasn't been any ecstatic moment. What ecstatic moment have we really seen of this show? It's just been, I was beginning to really love the person Drogo was becoming. I was seeing him, he was morphing in from the wild animal man into strong husband protector, and then they just snuffed him out, like, Oh, what happened to Sansa was traumatic. No, she didn't deserve it. She didn't deserve it at all. Like, it was traumatic. She didn't need to see all that. Arya didn't see it because that guy blocked her head. Do you understand? He said, look at me, look at me, look at me. So when Arya opened her eyes, she just saw birds floating. Sansa saw the beheading. That was too much for her. And now went and saw it on the spike. The girl has been traumatized. She went from a girl thinking of dolls or not even appreciating dolls. Do you know she was contemplating murder? She has changed. She has changed overnight. She didn't deserve to see that. She didn't deserve it at all. It was too much for a girl her age. Everything. No, she has of the siblings, other than Bran falling off, I think now she has suffered the most. She saw her nanny beheaded, saw her dad beheaded, saw the spikes, has been slapped by a full-blown man. Slapped into bleeding. The emotional, the guilt she will feel of even telling her father. Do you know that she was smiling at her dad, that they say what they say, they will send you to go and be the night watch. She would feel that she led her dad to his death. Oh, no. The girl has suffered more than any of her siblings, if you ask me. What do you think? She didn't react to her scepter because her mind the screw had already fallen to the ground. Do you understand? Did you see the way her eyes? It's like when someone has gone into shock and the split personality, maybe and the split personality presents itself to help her. Another person appeared. Did you see what she said? Or maybe he'll give me your head first. She was out. Sansa had left the building. Do you understand? It was Sherepa that probably had a demon that was standing right there, that was ready to throw Joffrey out. Don't you think so? Am I the only one who saw the way her eyes were, other than it rolling back into her head? I was frightened. Yeah. Don't you think so? Blaming her. I don't know. Maybe I can understand why they will blame, but I don't blame. Like, she was being manipulated now. See, how old is she? Sitting at a table of elders. They're telling you, write this letter, we'll give your father. Trusting that the boy that wants to marry she wouldn't think that the person who wants to marry her will kill him now. He has come, he has given her a kiss, he has given her a necklace. Why would her mind? Anybody would have. Death was a far cry because the condition was that let your father confess. Joffrey deceived them. They deceived them. What about Kat? Please, let's not talk about her. Let's not just talk about her. I don't even know. When I see her, I feel a little irritated. But she did a good deal with that Frey to get this something. She loves her son. She loves her son. She loves her children. What can she do? You know? But she made wrong moves. She made wrong moves that cost, you get your family out of harm's way before you start running mad. You tell the madness, hold on, let me get my people first, and then. But that's something. I don't know. I'm not really thinking about her in this. Like, she's suffered the loss, and she doesn't know that Arya is not captured. So this is something. I just wish she can send somebody to go and get Bran and what's the name of her son? Is it Rickon? Let them bring them to where they are before the Lannisters find a way to go to, you know, Westeros, their house. And you know what I mean? Because this is catching. Let her get her kids close to her. That's just what I want. So that you know that, okay, it's only 2 girls that you're looking for. Not that children here to the north. It's only with Robb that she's staying with. She should go back and get her other 2 sons. Now that I'm talking about her again, I'm getting angry and I'm sorry. Because that is what I would do. You know what I mean? That's what I would do. I don't know. Let me know what you would do too. There must always be a Stark in Winterfell. Uncle, auntie, desperate measures call for desperate actions. I'm sorry. When the motto has 2 exclamation marks, sometimes you just take away 1. Just take away 1 because Ned Stark has died. Sometimes the Lannisters should owe some change. Like, what can I say? Sometimes the crow must be without the crow should be without the W. Sometimes things just change, please. I don't know. Sometimes unbent has to bend, unbroken has to be broken. I can't. When you need your kids, you need your kids. A Lannister must always be at Winterfell. Listen, these are dangerous times. Arya doesn't know she's engaged to be married. Don't worry, let her arrive first. Let them. You have to first find the Arya before you even manage to. And they should tell, yes, they should even tell Lord Frey that Arya is missing. So he can send some, I don't know if he has soldiers, he can send some men to go and start looking for Arya. That will help too. Yeah. All hands on deck. All hands on deck. And that brings my night's watch to an end today. Oh, I'm glad I can laugh now a little bit. Thank you. You guys are so funny. Thank you so much. I was feeling, look at my headphone. I didn't realize I haven't taken it off. Thank you so much for being with me. We will be continuing. I will get the, but we don't even know if that Benjen is alive. Remember, I was thinking he will come and save Ned. You know, we don't know if he's alive. They said that they're looking for him. His horse came back empty. What does that mean? You know? Maybe the Lannister has killed him and this, you know, we will now discover. Even when who was it that brought back the hand? Jon Snow's dire wolf brought back the hand of something. I actually thought it was Benjen until the bodies appeared. You know? No one came to save him. The ghost, yes. He died all alone. People accusing him of something he didn't do. And look at that silly musician. Let's not talk about it. Talking about something in the boa, something, the lion, something, making jest. They went and plucked him from the tavern where he was singing and took his tongue. Oh, King's Landing should be on high alert. They should be on high alert. Cersei has unleashed a monster. A terrible one at that. A terrible one. You know? Terrible one. Oh, my ears are hot. My head is hot too, you guys. All right, my darlings. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything. This was an incredible start to the series. And we will be continuing next month. I just need a little bit of time to decompress, but I won't take too much time because I don't want to forget, you know, names and locations and the things that I remember so much. So I really appreciate every single one. And to those on Facebook, thank you. You know, patrons alike, I'm so appreciative that you guys showed up today. I'm really grateful. I will be putting out the announcements when we'll start season 2. I know editing things like this will be so, it takes a toll. It takes a toll. Look at it. I was just editing Harry Potter and I was crying through the editing process. It's because, you know, it brought back so many memories. I know some people on the new channel are just watching it for the first time, but for me, it's like playing it again. You know, I started out reading the books and I'm like, emotions were high. Thank you so much. I'd like to give a special shout out to my moderators. Tina, thank you. Morgan, thank you. Thank you everyone who's joining, all the patrons. I can see your names. Mike, M, Noah, Rue, Jim, Red Honey, Danny. Who else is there? I could see 20 people, but the name. Tina, Mike. Okay, I said Mike already. Nicole, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for showing up. You're so amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great weekend and we'll be seeing you very soon. Very soon. Music the Madness. You just popped up now. I can call you. Thank you, my darling. Bye.